Okay, so as I mentioned, this masterclass is really going to be how to make simple, profitable Facebook ads to reach your perfect customers, even if you're brand new. And I've specifically kind of really put it around when you are brand new and you're not familiar or confident with doing Facebook ads. Maybe you've done it before, you've had a little dabble in using them, but it just didn't quite work out for you. Then this is going to be perfect for you. So I've got a couple of questions that I just wanted to ask you first. Oh, there we go. So I'm just curious, how would you feel if you woke up to a ton of comments from people that were interested in hearing more about your product or service? Make sure that, I really want this to be an engaging, interactive webinar. So do just, chime on in with any kind of questions or anything that you're doing, just so I can make sure that you're with me and it's all making sense and everything. So how would that feel for you if you could have loads of comments of people who were just actually interested in hearing more from you? And then I'm also curious, what would it feel like knowing that your next customer was just around the corner and you didn't have to be kind of chained to Messenger or Facebook to find them? Shirley says that would be awesome. Fiona, thrilled that the Facebook strategy is working. Fantastic. And then what if you were able to set up just one simple ad and it bring you more qualified customers while you spend less time? Meaning you can actually then take a break, go on holiday, or just enjoy a bit more freedom, spend more time with your kids, more with your husband, whatever you want to do. So what would that be worth to you? So Fiona, to be honest, I would need to see it to believe it. Well, you're lucky because I am going to be showing you exactly how I've been able to do it and how it can work for you. So you're in the right place, Fiona. I find Facebook and Maya. Facebook is, a crazy beast at times. And I could do a whole, I'm not going to be able to share everything with you tonight, unfortunately. I could do a whole, kind of massive course just on Facebook alone. But, I've tried to cover in as much as I can in this webinar. So if you've ever struggled to find enough people to talk to about your business, or you're constantly facing rejection and having time wasters of people who just aren't interested, wasting your time, then I totally know how you feel. This was something that from my personal experience, I really underestimated the value of having these few things and these elements in place for my business when I first started. I don't know what, about you, but, for me, what life was like before I kind of found, things that actually started to work for me was I started my business while I was working full time. I was working full time in an IT job that bored me shitless. Excuse my French. And if you know me, you'll know I do like to swear a little bit, so I will try and keep it on the download. But the odd little, little swear word will pop in. But I started my kind of home business on the side of my job at the end of 2014. I started off in network marketing just to kind of earn a bit of extra cash, just to kind of take the pressure off me and my husband. And I really wanted something to do. I was really bored actually of just sitting and watching TV all the time and just going through that kind of rat race of going to work, coming home, cooking, cleaning, going to sleep, watching telly, all that kind of stuff. I had no kind of previous sales experience or marketing. And I especially didn't kind of understand any of this sort of recruiting stuff that comes with that side, that business. And then, obviously once I kind of got started with it, I loved it. I really found a passion for it and was trying to learn all about the business. Initially I was really, really excited. I started off quite well with sales, doing everything that I was taught, posting on Facebook, taking selfies and stuff. And I really knew very quickly after I started my business that, this really was me. I kind of found me and I really wanted to be able to quit my job to make that happen. But the problem was I was spending all of my spare time working and learning on my business with little to show for it, apart from just this massive passion that I knew I'd found something I loved. And initially, I was all right with working all the time because I loved it and it didn't feel like work. It didn't feel like a chore or anything. I'm sure you can probably relate to that. I hated prospecting and kind of bringing up joining my business. I sort of felt like I sucked at, actually bringing in business builders and doing that side of things. I was spending so much time on social media, messaging people, you know, kind of doing this whole, you know, add 5 friends a day, talking to random people. And actually in the end, after all my sales kind of dried up, I ended up giving away a lot of my commissions just to get repeat buyers, just to get people to buy again. And then I was certainly spending way more than I was earning. My credit card debt was creeping and creeping and creeping as I was investing in more and more and learning and buying more products and all this kind of stuff, that I was like, is this ever actually going to, you know, work out for the best? So then once I kind of found how to use Facebook ads and, you know, the strategy that I really specialize in teaching now, my first month of doing my very first Facebook ad, when I knew what to do and I got the help from people, I actually generated 69 interested leads and I got 7 new customers, and it just felt amazing. And then a few months later, I actually made more money in 5 weeks than 2 whole years of my network marketing income, and nearly 4 times my monthly salary from my job. And it happened all on autopilot, or it was all kind of automated, and it meant it happened while I was at work and while I was sleeping and while I was doing, you know, living life, which just, again, just felt like a dream come true. I even made it onto leaderboards for top sales. And then just over a year ago, I actually got hired by a top coaching and mentoring company that actually taught me most of what I know. And they hired me to help teach and manage their community, which was fantastic. I'm able to travel to events and meet top earners in the industry now. I got mentored myself by some of the best in the business. And now I get to mentor a community of thousands of members to help teach them about Facebook ads and online marketing and all this amazing stuff that, you know, people just like you who are brand new, people who are just coming online for the first time, people who cannot copy and paste, you know, and they are learning how to do things properly and things are actually working, which is really cool. But the best part is yet to come. The best part out of all of this stuff, you know, going to America and, you know, all that kind of stuff is great. But the best part was that 18 months ago, I got to quit my job. You know, I kind of knew that I had enough skills and enough knowledge, and I trusted myself enough that I could actually make it work. I kept waiting for, I'll wait until I replace my salary. And I didn't quite get there. But, you know, and I would never, ever encourage anybody just to quit your job like that. But, you know, it was right for me. It felt the right time that after 2 years of really learning, I was able to then leave that ugly office in the background you see in that picture, that I was there for 9 years. I was going to wait until I'd been there 10 years to get a little bonus, but it wasn't enough. I was kind of dwindling by the day, and it was one of the best days of my life, which is amazing. But this isn't about me. This is about you and how I can help you get results in your business. That's what it's all about. So let's just kind of dive into a bit about what we're going to learn this evening. So you're going to discover why Facebook ads are worth doing for your business and why you're missing out if you're not utilizing them yet. And then I'm going to be going through my 4-step rapid ad launch framework, which includes my rapid ad identifier. So you're going to quickly know which ad type you need to really fit with the goal that you're looking for and what each of them mean. I'm going to be showing you my rapid ethical steal formula. So this is really, really cool. This is like one of the biggest aha moments I think you'll probably have this evening, I reckon, is you're going to discover how you can actually ethically steal big brands and your competitors' leads or audience, so you can then have your message in front of the right people and find your perfect customers. Who's excited about that? And then I'm going to be going through my rapid attraction copy framework. So it's actually 4 steps. When I was doing the slides today, I realized it's actually 4 steps, not 3 steps. A simple 4-step formula to help you write ad copy that will help really connect to your perfect customers, and they'll be compelled to click and take action. And then finally, I'm actually going to be then taking you through a rapid ad launch formula. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. I'm going to be walking you through the Ads Manager platform so you can walk away confidently after this training and set up your first ad today within about 15 minutes. It might take you slightly less, might take you slightly longer, but you know, it really shouldn't take you too long. And especially even if you haven't got a clue what you're doing yet. Okay, so my promise to you then is you're going to get a step-by-step strategy to really help you attract the most qualified and interested potential customers. So you not only don't have to waste your time anymore with the wrong people, which is such a big issue that you know, people have, and they really just suck your time away, which is not what we want. And I'm also going to share some cool secrets with you, so you can really be able to ethically steal your competitors' audience. Literally, this is like amazing. And how to get your audience dying to click on your ad to learn more, so that you can passively have leads and sales come to you while you focus on, you know, either other business tasks that really need your attention, or like I said, even just getting some time back so you can do what you love. And for some of you, I'll share with you a way that we can dig deeper into all of this, okay? So keep an eye out for that. So yeah, so do Facebook ads work? So this is an ad that I run. This was, I think, my second ever ad I'd ever done. So after I kind of learned a bit, and it kind of doesn't even follow a lot of what I sort of teach now, but you know, I just was able to, it just worked so well. So on this particular ad, I spent £768. Now this was over about, I don't know, 6 months, 5 months, I can't even remember. But I actually generated over £3,500 back in commissions, which was amazing. So you can see here as well that, you know, it reached just under 50,000 people. I've got 195 likes and loves, you know, reactions from there, 52 shares, you know. So this went to a blog post. And then, but this ad, you know, was an absolute winner for me, which is amazing. And this is another one. This is one of my more recent ads that I've got. So I'm going to be going through this a little bit more later on. But this ad, I had in 5 weeks, I generated 271 leads. And actually, I got a 50% opt-in rate, which means basically whenever somebody who clicked on that link and clicked on that post, half the people who saw it opted in, which is absolutely massive. And then here's just some other kind of shots and stuff that I grabbed for you just to show you. So on the top left, you can see the load of commissions that I made, all just within a couple of days. Then the second one is then a load of leads. I got, you know, like 13 leads in one day from that ad that I got. Another ad, so the one with the picture with me in it, again, that was to the same blog post. So you can see on that reached nearly 34,000 people, nearly 120 likes, 18 shares, 63 comments. You can see on the right, that was all these people then asking for more info. So then I could then have a conversation with them. You know, if people didn't want to actually click on something and you know, opt into something, I was then messaging these people and having conversations and saying, hey, would you be open to having a chat? And I could then talk about what I was doing in my business. So this is a perfect thing for whether you're doing network marketing, affiliate marketing, or you're a coach or something. So is this webinar for you? You might be wondering, okay, is this really kind of what I need right now? Is it right? So if you're kind of, I mean, I cover lots of different home businesses, but you know, if you're a network marketer, affiliate marketer, a coach, but this can work for anything. It doesn't even matter really what business you're in, but you know, if you're branding yourself and you're looking to get more customers, clients, teammates, all that good stuff, and you only want to spend your valuable time with qualified people to sell more of your products and get more clients and team members, then this is definitely for you. Maybe if you're not sure where your next customer is coming from and you're getting stressed out, wondering how to find more people for your business, then this is definitely for you. And if you're getting burned out, or you're wondering, you know, where you're going to find the time to take on more team members or clients because you're just spending so much time on social media, in Messenger, and doing all this stuff manually, then this is for you. I'm going to show you as well how to give you time back. Now, what this isn't, you know, so what it's not and who it's not for, this isn't a difficult method that you need to have a marketing degree for. It's not for those also who want to do nothing and never talk to anyone again. This was a little thing that I kind of initially thought, oh, amazing, I can automate stuff, means I don't have to talk to people ever again. And I realized that actually it wasn't like the methods of prospecting or, you know, talking to people. It was just who I was talking to that I really hated. So actually I suddenly enjoyed, you know, I love talking to people again because they were the right people. And also, this is not about being like everybody else. We want you to stand out. We want you to do things that maybe other people in your industry aren't doing. The fact is that the people who do nothing and don't change what they're doing, they don't change their results. You know, there's that kind of saying that, what is it? Something like insanity is people expecting different results, but not changing, something like that, you know? So this really is about, you know, if you're wanting change in your business, if you're wanting different results, you need to do something different. Okay, so this is the 4-step Facebook ad launch framework. Really excited. Now, I did create a workbook for you, so I hope you got the email that I sent. If you haven't got it, go to this link. So go to jennystevenscoaching.com/workbook. Let me just put this link quickly in the chat. So I created a workbook for you, just so as we're going through the different steps, I've basically given you some, you know, some spaces for you to be able to just give a bit of a draft. It doesn't have to be, you know, I'm not expecting you to spend loads of time on this right now, but you can at least just kind of jot some things down that come to mind. And then obviously you can go back through it in more detail later on. Obviously you can watch the replay and go through this again and again if you want to, but it's just there to really help you go through each step as we go through it. So I hope you've got that. Cool. So Shirley says you've got it, Richard got it, amazing. So it is a Google Doc, but otherwise you can download it if you don't have a Google account. I love Google Docs, it's amazing. Okay, so why Facebook ads? So the thing is with Facebook ads, they're not only affordable for any budget, which is great, but they're also highly effective due to just how much data Facebook have on us. It's a little bit scary sometimes how much they know about us. They know our behavior. They know what we like, what we don't like. They know what we do online. They know who we follow. They know what we buy, what we click on, who we interact with. And, you know, the great thing is that it gives us as marketers a huge advantage to really be able to tap into our perfect customers, because Facebook knows who they are, which is amazing. It's also really simple to set up, which is great. You know, that's the thing. It isn't actually that complicated. I mean, yeah, there's going to be learning curve, and, you know, you'll develop this new skill, but it's really simple to set up. Like I mentioned, they know so much about us. They're super effective. They really are. The thing is, when you think about advertising, you know, you think about kind of more traditional things of advertising, you know, like TV ads or radio or magazines, billboards, even Google ads. And, you know, all that stuff is just so expensive that only the big brands, you know, could really kind of play in some of those parks, so to speak. And, you know, Facebook really changed the game because they made it affordable. You know, for just the cost of like a Starbucks coffee a day, you're able to get results. You know, that ad that I showed you that got like 3,500 in commission, I think I was doing like £5 a day. It was ridiculous. So if you're not using them, you're really missing out, as more and more of your competitors, more and more people in your industry are coming online and using them, and they're basically taking your customers. Okay. So let's get stuck into then the 4-step framework. So basically, so before you start setting up your ad, you want to be able to think about what do you want your audience, your followers, you know, people who are going to see this ad, what do you want them to do? What action do you want them to take? What's the outcome that you want for them? So this is going to kind of help you quickly and easily decide which objective to use for your ad, which I'll show you more of in a second. Okay, so that first section of your workbook, there'll be a space for you to just kind of quickly, you know, just literally like off the top of your head, just think which one kind of makes sense for you. So there's kind of 3 main ones that I use myself, is page likes. So this is, especially if you don't have a business page yet, or you've got a new one, is to actually get page likes. So you want to continually grow your audience. So you actually can set up a specific ad campaign that gets people to like your page, so to follow you. Basically, these are people that are saying, yep, I like the look of you know, Richard or Shirley or Brenda or Ellie or whoever, you know, I like the look of her, I want to follow her, she looks like the kind of person who I can relate to, I want to see more of her posts. So it's adding new people into your following all the time who can then see your, you know, your regular daily posts that you're doing on your page. Then we've got an engagement ad. So this is to increase the number of likes, comments, and shares. So this is great for social proof. If you're not quite sure what social proof means, you know, it really is just when people see that there's loads of comments or views or likes on something, it kind of gives it more validity. Oh, I can't even say that word. Is it validity? That doesn't sound right. Validation, let's say that. And, you know, I'm sure you probably do it the same. If you see that something's, you know, like a YouTube video that's got 1 million views, you're going to probably think, oh, that's something worth, you know, looking at. And it's the same for Facebook ads. So especially if you're in a business that you want to have more conversations with people, this is a really good one. And it's actually really cheap to get engagement, because again, Facebook will know who tends to be quite like happy or commenting or sharing stuff, so they'll put it in front of those people who do that. And then conversion, so this is the main one that I use. It's not necessarily one that you can do straight away, kind of depends what you have set up in place, and I'll kind of talk more about that later. But I want action takers, you know, in my business. So basically what the conversion means is that I'll be able to tell Facebook that I want them to find people who are going to join my email list. So become a lead that I can then follow up with my email autoresponder. And maybe you're not quite sure what that is, and that's fine. But it's a way of, you know, building an asset of list of people that you own. You know, Facebook, we don't own it. Whatever platform you're using, Instagram, you know, things change, as you know, all the time with these platforms. Whereas an email list, you own that and you can always stay in front of people. So I can basically say, right, Facebook, I want people who are going to become a lead, which means they give their email address in exchange for some kind of value. So a bit like this webinar, you know, you gave your email address and you registered and you did that. You can also do it for sales as well. Now, this is a little bit harder because you have to actually sort of own the whole process. So this isn't something that most, you know, if you're doing network marketing or affiliate marketing, it's harder to actually optimize for sales, but it's still a possibility. Or if you're creating your own kind of products and courses and stuff like that, then you can do that as well. So those are the main three that I use. Then there's some other ones that you can do is you've got traffic. So this is what a lot of people start off with, is kind of engagement and traffic. And traffic means it's basically if you're wanting to send people to some kind of website, some kind of link, basically. If you're wanting to get link clicks, so whether it's for, it could be a blog post to get them to read, it could be, you know, I could have done traffic for my webinar page. If I wanted to, that's going to get people to actually click the link. You know, it could be to a product. So this is what traffic means. And then you've got video views. So this is pretty self-explanatory. So obviously if you're, you know, if you want to actually put some money behind a Facebook Live you've done, or something like that, a, you know, short video you did with like a couple of tips, then you can actually say, right, Facebook, I want you to show my, you know, my post in front of people who are more likely to watch my video. And then a slightly newer one, I've not really utilized this one very much, but you can now actually get people to message you. So again, Facebook will put your ad in front of, you know, any of these, they're called objectives. So basically whichever one you want, and this is why it's really important to kind of quickly and, you know, identify what it is you want your people to do. Facebook knows who is more likely to do each of these things. So they will show your post in front of those people who, you know, like pages, engage with stuff, you know, click and opt in, go to websites, watch videos and send messages. Okay, so hopefully that all makes sense. So a couple of questions then for you to kind of think about, and what your, you know, your rapid ad identifier consists of is think about, okay, do I want to build my following with the right people? Do I want engagement and conversations? Do I want to send people to a website? Do I want people to take a specific action, for example, becoming a lead or make a sale? Like I mentioned, if you own your own list and a product process, that's what you can do with that one. So that's what you need to kind of think about with what you want. You can even do a bit of a, let's go back to that a sec. You can even do a little bit of a mix and match, but this is a slightly more advanced thing. And I can't cover everything today, but you can even kind of start with one and then change it to something else later on, which is pretty cool. So this is from Ads Manager. Okay, so if you want to set up an ad, you can go to Ads Manager, which you can actually get to. I'll show you how to get there. But it's basically, there's like a little arrow in the top right of your Facebook thing. You can go there and then go to create ads. But when you go to create your ad, you'll have, this is what it looks like in terms of the different objectives. Now there is a little help thingy that says choosing an objective. So there's a bit of instructions there as well if you're not sure. But the little ticks that I've added in are the kind of main ones that I talked about. So you've got traffic, which is basically getting link clicks. You've got engagement, video views, messages, and then conversion is there over on the right. I don't use any others, and you don't really need to, again, unless you kind of have some kind of e-commerce business where you might do catalog sales or something like that. But these are all the ones that you do, and even engagement has a few different options within it. So which again, I'll show you when we kind of go through the actual setup process. Okay, so this is what it looks like. This is then what you'll choose. So then step 2. So this is then the fun part about where you can actually ethically steal your competitors' audiences, which is awesome. So it's all about who you target, okay? So who do you want to see your ad and take action? So you're going to start off by, start off with some demographics of your target market. So, do you have a certain age range that you predominantly, is right for your business and who you like to deal with? Do you like to work with, stay-at-home mums? Do you like to work with older women who are looking for skin, makeup help for like over 40s or something? Are you looking for, people who work in a full-time job like I was, who are looking for something else? Think about the demographics. Is your company, if you're in network marketing or something, is your company in certain countries only? Again, you can kind of start with that. So just have a little think about the demographics. So again, in your workbook, you can just jot some of these things down. Like I say, you don't have to go into too much detail right now. But just have just kind of jot down anything that sort of comes to mind initially. So, and you can actually then ethically steal big brands and your competitors' audience with this as well. So think about your industry, what you're in. So, if you're in weight loss, fitness, makeup, business coaching, I know I've now got kind of more friends from, a group coaching program I'm in who deal with, kind of healing and, hypnotherapy and, all sorts of amazing different coaching businesses and stuff. Whatever you do, I want you to think about then, who do they already follow? Okay. Who do they buy from? What other brands do they buy from? Maybe what competitors potentially, gurus, influencers do they buy from? What products do they buy? Now, you're going to need to do a bit of research here for this, for your industry, so you can find what works and makes sense for your niche and your industry. So you are going to have to just spend a little bit of time to really kind of know this and look things up so you can do this. And unfortunately, you can't steal every single person's audiences, but there's a lot out there that you can do. And this is the really cool part, being able to do this. So here's a little example for, say, network marketing. So if you're looking to find more serious business builders, so network marketers who are actually looking to build their business follow people like Eric Worre, Ray Higdon, Savvy Network Marketing Women, and so you're actually be able to put in these people, or essentially, it's their Facebook pages, essentially, into the interests. So you'll basically be able to tap into their audience where they've got hundreds of thousands of people. You're able to tap into them. So it just lets you know that you're able to, You're really putting your message in front of the right people. And again, obviously do this for your industry. So if you're in, if, you know, weight loss, for example, well, people might follow Weight Watchers, you know, the Weight Watchers business page, or Slimming World if you're here in, you know, in the UK. You know, you've got Gillian Michaels, who's that crazy fitness person from The Biggest Loser. You know, if people are wanting fitness tips, there could be other, you know, lots of other influencers, bloggers, you know, there's so many different kind of fake celebrities, if you like, influencers nowadays on YouTube and Instagram and stuff, is actually think about who those are. So again, you've got a space for that in your workbook. So just maybe just jot down a couple of things now, and then again, you can come back to it later on, but just jot down a few people that your industry that's specific to you. Who are some of these kind of big names? And it can be brands as well. So, you know, if it's makeup, it could be like L'Oreal, Clinique, you know, like Estee Lauder or whatever. And, you know, so whatever is relevant for you and your industry. And you can even then go even deeper that if you want to. You can even kind of do things like, you know, how much they earn, if they went to university, all that kind of stuff. So basically what this allows you to do is no more do you have to worry about annoying, you know, your Auntie Anne or your work colleagues if you're in a job while you're building your side business. I know that was something for me, was I thought, God, I had to be a little bit careful sometimes with what I said, especially if I was moaning about my job and I wanted to quit, you know, and do my business. I had to be a little bit careful about who saw that. So sometimes I'd have to sort of hide people who I was friends with from work. And I didn't have to worry about that anymore. Once I started doing Facebook ads, I could actually get my profile back to being about me and my lovely cats and stuff. And so now also you only now pay and deal with those people who are proven to be interested, which really is a deal breaker. So now let's talk about how we actually structure an ad. So in terms of the writing and the copy you're going to create. So this is my rapid attraction copy framework. So this is the 4-step formula to use, and this is, you know, it's kind of a guideline. It doesn't have to be exact every single time. You can kind of tweak it and test it for, but it's a good place, a bit of a guideline to help you start to structure your post. I'm just gonna have a quick sip of water. Okay. So when it comes to structuring your post, the first thing, so we've got 4 steps. We've got pain, solution, benefit, excuse me, and call to action. So we're just going to go through each one just so it kind of helps explain a little bit. So again, you're going to need to do some research on this if you're not already clear about the pains of your target market. So basically have a think about, you know, so this is really to let people know that you understand how they feel, you get them, you relate to them. So think about, you know, what keeps them up at night? What are they pissed off about in life? You know, what are they frustrated about? Talk about those pains and frustrations, you know. So is it being overweight, starting another January back where they started a year ago? This is totally my example. Everyone looking at my Facebook memories and I'm like, oh my God, it's the same thing every January. Is it, you know, not fitting into the clothes that they want? Having the skin, you know, to hide, having skin that they hate, you know, that having to hide behind a mask of makeup every day. So really talk about those pains and get into the hearts as if you're talking to that one person who really needs you. It's going to make them feel like you really get them, you know how they feel, and it's going to actually then get them to read more. So you also really want to share, you know, your story and your experiences. And this is really where you separate yourself, because, you know, one thing people ask quite often is, well, everyone's, you know, sharing the same story, or, you know, occasionally I get a comment on an ad that's like, oh, I've seen, you know, loads of similar things like this. It's not very often, but occasionally I do. And that's good, because it actually means you've now got a great opportunity for you to do something different and make yourself stand out. And this is where, you know, being authentic to you and sharing your story and experiences really comes down to this. So then we go on to the solution, okay? Now, this isn't you know, you're not necessarily just going to blurt it out and, you know, mention everything in an obvious way. So don't give it all away, you know, you're not just going to say like, buy my shakes here, you know, or whatever. You want to create a bit of curiosity, okay? So don't give it all away. Don't just blurt out, you know, buy my skincare product to clear up your acne, you know? So you want to create some curiosity and actually educate them. So educate first. Educate them on how you change, you know. So if you have had some results, well, let them know, you know, what things did you change? Share your story a bit of how it helped you. Or if you don't have any results of your own yet, or you haven't had that transformation or whatever for yourself, then you can use somebody else's story. That's totally fine. I've done that before. Again, in my early days, you know, I used somebody else's results, which was cool. So speak to their wants and their desires from where they currently are, you know. So if they're frustrated, where is it they're looking to get to? What changes did you make to get the results? Or again, somebody else's. What did you start doing regularly, maybe to have, you know, glowing skin that your friends are jealous of or whatever? So you'll now need to really dive into what they actually want. Their wants and desires. And so the pain gets their attention. Now your solution comes into play, but it's all about educating them first, okay? Then we come on to benefit. So, you know, obviously, so think about, you know, what is the benefit for them if they take action? So if they do what you want them to do, what's the benefit for them? What does finding the solution actually do for them? How are they going to feel afterwards when they've got something? So really start to sort of paint a bit of a picture. So here's a little example I sort of came up with earlier was, you know, like I felt amazing after I finally got the skin I wanted. No more did I have to use so much foundation and cover up just to go to the local shop for a loaf of bread. You know, it's just something that kind of gets a bit of curiosity, and it really shows how somebody can feel afterwards. Or another one I kind of came up with, you know, fitting into the little black dress felt so good. I felt like $1 million, and I didn't even have to go without my favorite treat or be hungry all day thinking about chocolate. These were like totally off the cuff things that I was coming up with earlier when I was doing these slides. But you can just kind of see how, you know, how it speaks to a real person. You know, use real life things that what people are going to be thinking. You know, if you're doing something like network marketing or MLM, or, you know, even if you're doing coaching yourself and you went through that transformation yourself, think about back before you got the results. How did you feel? And then how did you feel afterwards, and use that. So to kind of just quickly recap on that bit then. So you're digging into the pain. You're educating them on what the solution is that you found. Then you're giving them a benefit, okay? So then finally is the call to action. So this is it's probably one of the most crucial parts of the ad. So you want to be really clear and specific of what action you want them to take next. Don't just assume. I put that little, that saying, isn't it? Don't assume, it makes an ass of you and me. Don't assume that they'll know. You know, sometimes I think, oh, well, it's so obvious what they need to do, but don't assume. You know, be very clear and specific with them. Oh, let me just go back. Be very clear and specific about what you want to do. Spell it out for them. And then once you've kind of gone through that sort of framework, then just do a bit of a sense check, okay? So this is just a couple of questions for you to ask yourself. You know, have you kind of covered everything? How is it reading? And so when you use this 4-step framework, you're really going to connect to your reader in a real and authentic way that really makes them feel like you know them. You'll take them through a journey of realizing, you know, kind of how crappy they might feel about a situation. And you're giving them a picture of what can happen after they take action. So there's one extra step, say once you start practicing this, because it is a skill, you know, it does take practice and trying different things. You're not going to be great at this necessarily straight away, and that's totally fine. So a quick kind of sense check for you then. So I want you to think about, is this engaging? So does it make them want to continue to read on for more? So, you know, try to, you know, read it out loud. You know, even get somebody else to read it if you want to. But does it make them want to read the next line? Is it clear? Is it easy to read on the eye, and also the wording? Is it easy to understand? So this, especially if it's easy to read, you know, definitely read it out loud. It will help you just kind of see and hear how people were going to read it. Okay. Is it concise? So make sure that everything that is in there is actually really needed. You know, yeah, we get some, you know, long posts can be great, but you also want to, you know, sometimes shorter can be better. So really just kind of make sure that everything is needed in there. Is each line needed, and is it important, and is it also going to get them to read the next line as well? And also, is it compelling? So try and look at it after you've written it from like their point of view. Would you click on it? Does it make you want to know more? Okay, so that's just kind of like some little questions to ask yourself. And also just really don't forget to add you into it. This is kind of, you know, the amount of ads that I see, and especially when new people, you know, get started and they're starting to learn, they'll just kind of copy other people. Now, this isn't about being just a kind of normal samey, you know, we want you to be unique. So use yourself, use your, you know, your quirks, your personality. You have a uniqueness, and use it. So this is why sharing your story, share your own struggles, your own feelings, add your personality. It's really going to help you stand out and not be that cookie cutter marketer like so many people are. The best thing you can actually do is to get really good at telling a story to your target market. And when you can do that, you can pretty much sell anything that you want, which is cool. So here's kind of just some example. Here's an example. This is an ad that I've been running recently. I turned it off just when I was obviously changing my ads to be promoting this masterclass, but this one's been doing really well for me. Okay, but I just wanted to kind of show you the structure. I say I don't always follow that 4-step exactly, because I kind of just write and it sort of just flows. I actually now start off by sharing some kind of result as well. So that's 69 interested prospects and 7 new customers is that very first line. But then I go into the pain. So this was, and some of you may have seen this, some of you might have, you know, signed up for this free video series that I promote and I created. So I kind of talk about the pain, you know, that was huge after no one seemed interested in hearing about joining my team or buying after me, after I pissed off everybody with posting on my profile all the time. I was completely new to it. I used to be chained to my phone, talking to prospects, blah, blah, blah. Then I kind of go into a little bit more about the solution. I was like, luckily this method was not only totally suited to me and my personality, but it worked almost instantly, which felt amazing to finally be getting somewhere. And then I go into a bit, then I give them a link so they can obviously click on that there. Now I'm teaching others how to create a system that not only finds your perfect prospects, but also can help you double your sales and give you more freedom in your business. If you're not tired or burnt out of all of your efforts with little to show for it, or just need to leverage the time better in your business, then this will be perfect for you. So that just kind of helps show them that, you know what, this is going to do something for you. And then my call to action, simply click below, sign up for the free video series, get all the details of what helped me see you inside. Okay, so hopefully you can just see from that example, this ad did amazingly well. So far, I'll turn it back on again, you know, once I had sort of plowed all of my ad budget into this webinar. But just in 5 weeks, I generated 271 leads from that ad, which was amazing. What we're going to do, I'm going to just then take you through, I'm going to come out of this presentation and now to walk you through the ads manager. Okay, so if you've got any questions or anything you would like to ask now, then feel free before, otherwise we'll then I'll get started. But yeah, if you have anything you want to quickly ask, I'm just going to move this over here. So Danielle, can I watch this later? Yes. Yes, you can, Danielle. Yeah. Okay. So actually, let me just quickly, I'm just going to open up my Facebook just to show you how you get to the ads manager if you're not sure. So you see here this little arrow on the right. You can then come down to create ads, and that should then open up ads manager. Okay, so here are all my ads. You know, these are old ones that are all kind of finished. You can see I've done lots and lots and lots. So basically what you're going to do is go to create. Okay, let's go to start again. So here is the objectives that I showed you. So again, choose the one that you want to do. I'm going to start with something simple, because I always recommend as well that you try to always lead with value. So, you know, if you've got a video that's maybe giving some kind of value, if you are blogging, fantastic, then, you know, send people to a blog post. Facebook love value. They always want people to be, you know, to have something that's going to be worth it. They don't like, especially if you are in, you know, kind of network marketing, you've got to be sometimes you've got to be quite careful about what you say. So this is why it's really important to know what you're doing. So like I say, I can't cover everything on this training. But so I'm going to go with traffic initially. Okay. So then once you click on that, then it opens up. So you can give it a name. I always like to keep the objective there, and then I'll put in whatever it is. So if I was going to a blog post, I could put blog and then put the name of it, you know, or whatever you want to do. Okay. And then you go to continue. So now we're talking about the targeting. Okay. So this is where, you know, using that workbook is to think about who it is you want. Okay. And it's some people think, well, I'm just going to target everybody. You don't want to do that. Okay. So just by not doing anything, it's showing a potential reach over here as the audience size is 44 million. I mean, that's way too many people that it's just ridiculous. This kind of going back to that, you know, talk with anybody with a pulse. Okay. So you want to drill it down a bit more. So, once you've created, the good thing is once you've created an audience, you can save it. So you have to keep creating it every single time. So I've got loads in my saved audience. But basically you can start typing in the countries. So I mean, UK is just default there, obviously because I'm here in the UK, you know, so I can type in United States. I tend to do the main kind of English speaking countries. So I do UK, US, Canada, Australia. I add in Ireland as well, because I do like to focus a little bit more on people here in Europe, just because it helps with time zone stuff. But I deal with people all over the world. So you could say, okay, well, I've added in these 5 countries. Okay, holy shit, we've now got 330 million people. So again, that's way too much. So now we want to think about, okay, age range. So again, you don't necessarily want everybody. If you are, you know, if your product or your service is for a specific age range, again, you can choose men, women. For my business, I tend to do 30 to 55. And you'll kind of get to know this, especially when you have got a business page. You can use the insights. If you haven't got a business page, I urge you to create one, because you cannot do Facebook ads without one. You have to do it. And you really need to, you know, you've basically got to pay to play if you want to win on Facebook. As you'll know, you know, they like to focus more and more people, more and more of the like news feed for friends and family and stuff. So as a business, you need to be paying. But the good thing is that it's not expensive. So, you know, think about, okay, who do I want? So I'm going to say, right, I want women 30 to 55. Say it's nothing. It just might be for your business. It might be all. It's entirely up to you. So now this has brought it down to 81 million, but that's still loads. Now is where we get to the fun bit. Obviously, if you want to put in a language, you can do that. You could say English or whatever you want, okay? So here is where you put in the fun stuff, okay? Now say not every single guru, influencer, brand and stuff does come up. I don't actually know what the ruling is, because some fan pages who have got hundreds of thousands don't show up, okay? So I don't quite know how Facebook deal with this, but just look them up. So let's just kind of stick with our network marketing example. So we've got Network Marketing Pro, Eric Worre. We've got Ray Higdon. And maybe you're in a health, you know, like a health and wellness network marketing, where you could even then add in Weight Watchers. There we go, Weight Watchers. You've got Weight Watchers UK, you know. You know, so there's 6, you can see here from Weight Watchers, you've got 16,882,000 people. So this is then going to help, you know, really dive down who it is that you want. Okay, so just kind of go to say some might not be there, some will. This is why you need to do a bit of research to just kind of find out who is there. Let's just put in a couple more. Is Gillian Michaels in there? I don't actually know. Does she come up? Who else? Let's put Slimming World in. Slimming World, you know, could be, there we go. And you want interests. Some of these things you can see here, this says employers, those people who work for Slimming World. It might not necessarily be that way. So there we go. So I put in just as an example. Okay, so now it's brought it down to 19 million. So it's a little bit more respectable. Cool. And then if you want to, you can even, I never do this for these types of ads. When you're actually kind of creating a page likes campaign, so people who are liking your page, you can actually then exclude people who already like your page because you don't want to show the ad to them because they've already done it. Placements, usually I just go with Facebook feed. The ads that I've ran for my webinar, I actually decided to try out this automatic placement. So I've done a couple of new things this time just to kind of test it out. But usually I just have, I basically untick everything. But that doesn't mean to say that you have to. Again, you can just try things out. But I usually start with just that one. But you know, some of these things, Facebook is more and more advanced now. They know more and more. So if you want to just stick with the automatic placements, that's totally fine too. Pick your budget. Now, I would just start at £5 a day or $5. You know, you really don't have to spend very much on this. If you want to, I just have mine setting up so it's continuous. And then if I'm kind of finding that the budget's getting a bit tight, I can just turn it off. Or if you want to give it a start and an end date, then you can do that too, which is cool. So that's what I did for this webinar. So I've got that my ads finished today because obviously I'm doing this live, okay? So it's entirely up to you what you want to do. So for this is a traffic ad, which means I want link clicks. So you can actually change this to be, again, each different objective has something slightly different. Landing page views just means that someone's actually going to let your page load. You know, sometimes when you click on a link, it might take a little while to kind of just get the page to load up. Some people might just click and then come straight out of it. You'll actually get charged for that. So whereas actually landing page views means they're looking at it. So that's basically the ad set. So there's three different things. You've got campaign, which is your objective. The ad set is basically all of your audience, where it's showing, and your budget. And then you've got the ad. This is where we're now going to create the actual post. We're going to do the wording, use an image, put in the link or whatever, all that kind of stuff. So choose the page that you want. So you've got a couple of different options here. So you can have a single image or a video. This is one I tend to use. A carousel is actually really good, especially if you're showing products. So you might have seen ads, especially for like clothing. They use carousel, which is cool. So you just kind of you might get a few different views. So that's quite a good one. You can even kind of do, you could have like reviews in there where you can show a few different reviews. The main one I use is I just stick with single image personally. Oh, this is new. Again, Facebook is constantly changing. So even sometimes when I go in there, there's something different. So this looks new. So now we're going to choose an image. Now, if what I'm going to do, so I'm going to do this to a blog post. So I got one of my blog posts up earlier. So let me just put this into this link. So you can see here we've got website URL. So that's where I'm going to put in my link, and it's going to sort of auto populate. Now, Facebook don't like ads with too much text in their ads. You have to have it under 20%. So this one would probably get, I might even get a little, no, it's not showing, a little error. But sometimes it will kind of have a little amber warning down here, like this might not be accepted, or it might get shown to less people. But what you want with these types of ads, or any, I mean, most ads, to be honest, you want it to look like it's natural in the feed. It's called native advertising, but you want it to look like it's kind of like a normal post that you were just sharing on your, you know, on your personal profile, for example. So it's always good actually to add in a different image. So let's just find one. Actually, I've probably got Oh, this is new. Browse, there we go. So let's find, let's put this one in, for example. And you can actually you can even try different images. So ads and all this kind of stuff is all about testing. So you can try different things, see what works, see what doesn't. So you might want to add in a few different ones and just see what works. But I'm going to take that one out for now. So there we go. There's the image. It does give you, it gives you image size recommendations. Canva's great if you're not sure if your image is right. Use Canva. They've got a Facebook ad template, then you know. So here is then our text. So here is then where I would put in my kind of structure. Okay. You can actually change the headline. So if you want to put in something different, if you want to say, I don't know, article or whatever, and then how to, you know, whatever your thing is. If you want to take the button on or off, you can do that, which is good for mobile. Most people will be looking at stuff on mobile, so you can actually change the kind of the call to action wording, or you can turn the button off, entirely up to you. And then that's pretty much it. You know, you would just sort of put in your stuff. I definitely recommend having like lots of sort of white space. I'm just going to put in, you know, gobbledygook for now. And emojis are cool as well. Click below to learn more, you know, something like that. And then it gives you a preview as well. So now if you do have automatic placements on, you can see here it's got 1 of 16. You can actually then view what it looks like. So it's showing me mobile news feed. This is what it looks like on a desktop, and it gives you all the different ones of what it looks like, so you can just see. So you definitely want to kind of try and get some cool stuff in, so people don't then have to click on the see more. So really make sure that your first couple of sentences are awesome. So that's kind of how you set it up, and then you can do a review. It just kind of gives you, and obviously make sure I always like to name stuff. So you could add in the interests in there if you want to. It just kind of shows, right, who am I targeting? What's my budget? You could then say, okay, this is Jenny Garden image, you know. Again, if you've got more than one images, you could do image 1, image 2, image 3. And then confirm, and off you go. And then it will go through a bit of a process of review. When you're brand new to ads, sometimes it can take a little while. It might take a day, sometimes a little bit more to get approved. I highly recommend you go through and you get yourself familiar with the Facebook ad policies, because they can be quite strict, especially if you're doing things like health and wellness. You know, you can't make any kind of health claims. There's lots of kind of different stuff that you can't do. So definitely make sure you get yourself familiar. But that's it. So that's kind of how you set it up. So hopefully that just shows you it's not too scary. It's really about, you know, just a case of going, okay, what do I want them to do? You know, in terms of the objective, who do I want to put it in front of? And then creating your ad. Like I say, this is going to be something that you will develop, and you'll kind of get to know what works, what doesn't. And then obviously, you know, once you've got your ad running, you've then got ad metrics to then see how well it's doing, basically. But again, I can't go over that all today. So let's go back to our thingy. So how has that been so far? I'd love to just know how, from me kind of walking you through, do you feel a bit more confident now with, you know, what the platform looks like, and you think, yep, this looks pretty good? You're kind of looking forward to getting going? I'd just love to know, did I freak you out? Did I confuse you? So Fiona, good so far, but we'll need a few dry runs. Yeah, do you know what it does? It takes, like I say, you're not necessarily going to be great straight away, but just doing some simple things first. So I would recommend, if you the other thing just to kind of mention as well is you need to have 100 page likes before really you run any ads, just so you've kind of got enough sort of trust with Facebook first. So I would do a page likes ad first. Really easy. You don't need to write loads of copy. It's literally like, you know, follow for tips on, you know, what sort of service you provide. So to really help you make the best use of Facebook ads is then to really just create a very simple funnel. And so what that's going to do is that gives then your audience, your follower, your reader, the person that's seeing your ad, it's going to give them the information that they are actually looking for and follow up with them automatically. And so this really then helps to make your ads not only simple, like I've mentioned, but then now also profitable. And so you do that when you can have something to offer them, something like kind of low cost, might be a low cost product you have in your business, something that you can offer them after they initially opt in to become a lead. And I'll talk a little bit kind of what that looks like in a second. So not only will you then get a brand new customer, which is cool, you will then also help to get some or all of your ad costs back. So this is a great way to be able to get profitable much quicker when you can offer them something low cost kind of straight away. So here's just kind of what a simple funnel looks like. So the term funnel can, you know, again, sometimes sort of scares people, but really it's a process of the journey of what it takes to take somebody from a stranger into a customer. Or, you know, if you're looking for teammates or if you're looking to new clients, you know, whatever it is that you're looking for, it's just that journey and the process of what people might go through. So this is my simple funnel that I pretty much use for my entire business. It's very simple to set up. So obviously I've talked today about the traffic side of things. So this is basically more eyeballs, you know, that's what traffic is. It's, you know, lots of people seeing your stuff. So this is what I've covered today. Then, you know, a great simple funnel to use and then to lead with value. So this could be a video, it could be a Facebook Live, it could be a blog post, something that leads with value. And this really helps you then to position yourself as an authority as well. Then it's going to go to, some kind of opt-in, and this is like a branded lead magnet. So something that you can create very, very simply that's then basically going to give them something free in exchange for their contact information. It's called a lead magnet. So that's then what happens afterwards. From that video or blog post, you can then offer them this branded lead magnet. Then it's going to go to that low cost product, like I mentioned. So this could be your own, or it could be somebody else's. So if you're kind of got an affiliate product you want to promote, it could be a network marketing product. You know, if you don't want to create that yourself, that's totally fine. I probably recommend that you share somebody else's stuff first because it's simpler and it's already proven to work. So you can then share something that you want to promote to them to get a customer. And then, you know, this is then how you start building an email list. And then you can then use your email to then follow up with them automatically. And then you can start really nurturing that relationship to really help, you know, build up the trust, the know, like, and trust factor. And then that's going to help them trust you to then buy from you. So this is really, you know, it's 5 simple steps. So it really makes it a very simple funnel that you can create. And that's really what I focus on. Oh, my little arrows are coming in the wrong place. So I just kind of wanted to show you what happens when you actually learn how to do a Facebook ad, and when you even just turn one on, what can happen. So I showed you an example of one of my ads before, where I kind of went through that structure of what the copy can look like. So this was my graph from when I first started it. So it's the red line, if you can't guess. So basically I created that ad in June. Between June and July, and I turned that on, and you can see I had this absolutely massive rapid spike in the amount of leads that I generated in the next few months. So, you know, July it kind of went up to probably around 150, and then in August it went up to over 300, you know, and it's kind of been just around under a couple of 300 then for the following months. So this really is the power of when you learn how to create an ad, how to get it in front of the right people and give them a way to build your list and have them reach out to you wanting to learn more about you. So I just kind of wanted to show you that. This is my little graph. I love spreadsheets. So if you kind of want any spreadsheets like that, then definitely I can hook you up and help you out. I love doing stuff like that. Okay, so hopefully this has really, really helped you and given you a bit of a vision of really how you can use technology and use the internet much more effectively to really make life so much easier for yourself. So you're not having to constantly be, when you're only talking to people one-on-one, there's only so many people you can talk to in a day. Whereas when you use the power of paid advertising in this way, you can reach so many more people, which actually then gives you time back in your business. Now, obviously, I know we've had limited time together today. Obviously, I can't go through every, I'd love to be able to show you absolutely everything, but, we'd be here all day otherwise. But hopefully, given the time that we have had together, have I done a good job of really giving you stuff that even if you left right now, you could be able to get something up and running and help you really reach more people and hopefully sell more of your products and get more prospects tomorrow. So if you have them, make sure you let me know in the comments below, in the chat. I'd love to better just hear back from you if this has helped. So before we get into Q&A, I really just wanted to talk about, you're probably thinking, okay, well, this sounds great. How can I actually get results now? How can I use this, what I've learned today, to get results now? Now, obviously, I'm not going to get all kind of used car salesman on you. You have spent the last hour or so watching this entire training. You've listened to me share my stories about how this system has worked for me, my friends, my students. So now you're probably, you are wondering, okay, can this really work for you? And I really want you to know that, I only learned this a few years ago, and I was just like you, brand new, had never done anything like this before. And as you could see from just that second ad I ran, I had huge results. The first month of running my very first ad, I got 69 leads and 7 new customers. And that just felt amazing. So it absolutely can work for you. It's just knowing the steps to do it. So, and that really just having an ad, having a simple funnel is really essential for you to reach your goals. It's very difficult to better scale your business without one and without adding some kind of automation to it. So naturally, you also know that you must learn how to do it. Obviously, it's going to take time. You're going to need to learn how to do each step of the process and do it effectively. So you can then start actually getting high quality leads and getting more customers in your business. So, which is why you're here in the first place. You're smart. You're committed to learning and mastering how to implement this system. So you're probably wondering about, okay, well, what's the fastest way to do this right now so that you can make things happen for you right away without you having to try and figure it out all on your own. So if it's cool with you, would it be all right if I share something that I'm doing with a limited group of people and new students of mine so that you can get my help with implementing all of this? Because obviously, I can't cover everything on this one webinar. So if you could just let me know if that is okay, then I just want to make sure I get permission before I go any further. So cool. Shirley says yes. Lisa says, yep, definitely. Richard says yes. Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, so I wanted to just introduce you to this program that I have created. This is the second version of this course. And so I've literally taken everything right back to the beginning and I'm rebuilding the entire course because I knew that there were some bits that were missing. And as I've learned more and tested more things out, I kind of know more that I want to be able to share with you. So this is getting a complete overhaul. So this program is specifically designed to help you if you've never done anything like this before, guiding you through step by step on how to get started. Or it might, it's going to be here to also help you connect maybe any missing pieces of the puzzle. So if you have tried to build your own funnel before, you have tried to do an ad, you have tried to do certain things, but something's just not quite working, then this is definitely going to help you as well. It will help you finally break through and begin reaching hundreds, thousands, or even millions of potential customers. To create a system that does the sifting and the sorting for you, helps you turn your business into a profitable and income generating machine that's going to give you and your family time and financial freedom, as well as help free up, 4 to 7 more productive hours per week. So think about that, what impact would that have on your business, on your relationships, on your stress levels, your joy, your freedom? So if you want to stop wasting your time with the wrong people who won't buy from you anyway, finally get unstuck and out of that feeling of overwhelm with the tech stuff and the how-tos, and create some momentum with a funnel that will actually work for you. so that you can make sales and enroll people much easier, to give you more time and more freedom, then this is specifically for you and absolutely for you. So first off, we're going to need to do that market research. So you heard me talk about earlier on about how you're going to need to do some research to know certain bits that you can use in your Facebook ads. So this is my ultimate market research blueprint. So it's got a value of £197. I'll be showing you about my trade secrets, about how you can dive into the psyche of your prospects, enabling you to have clear and compelling messaging and have them queuing up to work with you. You'll know who it is that you can use in that targeting to be able to put your messaging in front of the right people. But you need to really do this legwork initially that's going to help make everything so much easier. So it's a crucial piece of the puzzle. Then we're going to be crafting your own list building irresistible offer. So creating a simple free lead magnet for you to be able to offer in exchange for your audience's contact information. So you saw from that kind of simple funnel, this is then going to be that really key part, which is going to get people to raise their hands for you. So you're going to be providing massive value and showing them your expertise in a very simple way that you can create very, very quickly. So this is going to help you build your list and help you generate leads fast, ensuring that you've got the right people to follow up with, saving you time and energy with any sort of time wasters. So then we're going to be crafting all the pieces. So this kind of is then the slightly more, is the more techie bit. So we're going to be creating the pages to create your funnel and link them all together. So this is going to be for the lead generation part, and then also to be able to utilize getting that sale and getting the customer. So all of these pieces, you're going to get step-by-step technical walkthroughs and get everything that you need. I'll break it down into very simple, actionable like tutorials to help you do that, so you can create all those pieces together that you need. Then we're going to be actually then doing the follow-up. So this is then when you're going to be able to deliver your lead magnet. You're then going to learn how to nurture those new leads and turn those strangers into customers with email. So they're going to love you, soak up all of your awesomeness that you have to share with them, and you're going to really then help turn those leads into customers and also keep them, which is a really key point as well. And then finally, I'm going to be going into way more detail about Facebook ads. I'm going to be giving you even more information. Obviously, I covered quite a bit tonight, but there's so much more that I need to be able to share with you. So I've created, and this really is that missing module which wanted me to kind of redo this whole course, was to add this in. So it's the Facebook ads made simple training. So this has got a really big value of £1,997. Like I say, I could have done an entire course just about Facebook. So once you've got your funnel created, now we're really going to focus on creating the perfect ad to get it in front of the right people. So you can really flood that funnel with a ton of visitors and get more eyeballs on your offer. So I'm going to be teaching you how to understand your ad once it's running, to see what's working and what's not, and all of the kind of cool stuff that I've learned over the last 3.5 years. So basically, you are getting the exact system that I used to go from working full-time while building my business on the side to quitting my job in under 2 years. So why should you take action? I mean, basically for me, what you're getting today, what you're getting in this course, I've invested myself over £18,000 in learning and my education to learn all of this stuff. I've been, spent lots of money testing, trying things out, seeing what works, making mistakes, all that kind of stuff, which you are cutting out. Even other courses cost, over £1,000 or $1,000, and they really don't go into a lot of the detail that I'm going to be doing and showing you. I'm very much a kind of a show and tell kind of person, and give you all of the technical steps that you need, which I know holds so many people back. So here's basically what you're getting. Here's just a little kind of summary. So you're getting the ultimate market research blueprint, craft your own list building irresistible offer, building that 24/7 sales funnel, craft your follow-up series that nurtures and sells, the Facebook ads made simple training. And so this all has a total value of £5,985. So if you were to add up that real world value, even if we were to sit down for half a day together, it would cost you at least £2,000. If you were to hire this out to somebody else, it would easily cost you 10 grand. So, you know, this, even just this part alone has a, you know, a massive value. And so I just want to ask you, let me ask you this. So if all this did for you was help you get a few hundred, a list of a few hundred people, or a few thousand interested prospects for you to talk to, or if all this did was help you, give you a way to make more sales and get new leads every single day, would it be worth that investment of £5,985? Or if all this did was save you an hour a day, would it be worth that to you? Would it be worth that £5,985 for you to get a bit of time back to spend with your family, or to spend doing more valuable tasks in your business each week? So I'm obviously not going to charge you anywhere near £5,985 or anything close to that. You know, since this is a kind of relaunch of this course, and it's a new opportunity for this product, I fully expect I'm going to be charging a much higher price later on. But for this initial beginning start of it, the price, you know, even kind of at £997, it'd be an absolute steal. So if you've been with me throughout this whole training and you want to double or even triple your business this year and start building your list, and know that this retail price is an insane deal, I have got a very special price for you today. If you take action right now and be in, you know, what I like to call the fast action takers, plus allow me to use your results as a case study, because I'm really looking for people who are ready to go. I'm looking for people who are ready to take action and are gonna get stuck in. I want to use you as a success story. I want to share your wins with my audience. And so you can have access to the Automated Seller Machine 2.0 today for just one payment of £497. It's actually a saving of £200. This will be going up by £200 in just a few days. So this is a very special price that I'm just keeping for a very limited time, because I want you to be able to get this at a more affordable price. I want to, you know, obviously help as many people as possible, but this, you know, this is an absolute steal. And so the reason why I'm doing it at such a low price is, like I say, this is a kind of relaunch. You know, I'm redoing this course from scratch. And the great thing is we will get to build it together. If there's certain things that I've missed out that you really, really need help with, we can do that together. I can add in another module, you know, we can add in some more videos. And so I'm really looking for people that can help me build this course from the ground up to make sure that you have everything that you need. So obviously I want to make it as easy for people as possible to get stuck in and really take action on this. So as I mentioned, this is only going to be valid for a few days. You won't see this price again. It will be then going up to $697, and I'm sure later on, once this course is up and running, it will be going up again. So to get access to this, you can go along to this link. So go along to jennystevenscoaching.com/ASM special. There'll probably be a button or a link below this, so you can go and get access right now and grab the amazing curriculum that we've got in store. So here's what you do. So click on the button below, or click on a link where you can go to that link. And so you'll then see a button to order now, and you'll see then this contact information. So go over to that link, or say click on the button below this video, click on the order now button, fill in your contact information. It'll be a form like this. Obviously you can see it does say $697 there. That is the normal retail price, but there is a special, it should say $497 just for this you know, particular time. Pop in your payment information, and then you should get a confirmation email from me, which will give you your access details to your members area. Plus, there's also some cool bonuses that I haven't even mentioned yet. Now, I want to make this even easier for you to take action today. I have decided to take all the risk myself, and so it's completely risk-free for you. So I'm actually giving you the opportunity to try this course, the Automated Seller Machine, for 30 days, 100% risk-free. So if you don't benefit from the training material, if you don't get the value in it, all you need to do is email our support email address before the 31st day. You need to show us that you've done the work, that you've implemented what you've learned. But if you still then don't feel like you've got the value, then I will happily refund your payment. Okay, but you have to at least do the work, and you have to show me proof that you have done things that you have learned. But as I say, you know, if you then still are like, do you know what, this isn't for me, this isn't working, then I will, as long as you do the steps included, I will then give you that refund back otherwise. But say, so I'm taking all the risk, you know, I don't want to penalize the 99% of people who are good people. You know, some people are like, why are you doing that? Somebody might take advantage. It's a very, very small percentage of people that would do that. And so I'm not penalizing everybody just for that. So that's your risk-free guarantee that I'm putting on that. Because I know that with my help and from implementing these steps, you will be able to get results. So if you want to build a constant flow of hot leads and prospects to quickly get to know, like, and trust you so that you can sell almost anything at any time, giving you time back in your business to enjoy more of the things that you love, then definitely sign up now. Now, there's also something else I want to mention. So I'm making it again even better. I just can't help but just flood this with, to just really give you everything that I know is really, really going to help you. So as well as obviously the main curriculum that you're getting, I'm also chucking in a couple of cool bonuses. So I know that sometimes budgets can be tight. You know, when I first started, I had a very small ad budget. I still don't have a like massive ad budget each month. But so I want to be able to show you some free ways that you can actually get your funnel once you've built that. And I'm teaching you how to, you know, create that valuable content, which you can lead into your funnel and all that cool stuff. I'm going to actually show you some of the free things that I do to keep that out into the world. Things you can do on a daily and a weekly basis. You're going to get some of my free methods, what I do as well as a bonus. I'm also going to give you, I mentioned that I'm a bit of a spreadsheet geek, so I'm actually going to give you my spreadsheet bundle. So I've created a whole kind of online funnel tracking bundle. It's literally, I've created these from scratch. It's literally what I use to track my business. And so I've made them into a template for you with instructions and all that kind of stuff. So you've literally got to just plug in your data as you go through, and it will do all the hard work for you. So it's really going to help you be able to see what's working, what's not, and help you make quicker decisions based on facts and data. So you basically don't have to worry about all the kind of conditional formatting and formulas and stuff. I've taken care of it all. All you got to do is just plug in your info and off you go. And then you're also going to get a private mastermind support group. Okay. So obviously, you know, it's really important that you ask questions, that you know, I want people to be able to share your wins, keep each other accountable. So we've got that in our support group as well, that you will have access to 24/7. Obviously, I'll be in there helping you out, answering stuff. So that's there for you as well. And then finally, I'm also doing some live office hours calls, because some of this course will be, we'll be doing it live. Some parts will be, you know, kind of maybe more of the tutorials and stuff. I'll be pre-recording just so I can kind of get them into your members very much quicker. So I'm doing some live office hours calls with me. So obviously, if you do have important questions, if you're stuck on certain things, if you're not quite sure how to get moving forwards because maybe some techie stuff is standing in your way, anything like that, then that's what these live office calls are going to be. So I've really got your back. And so it's that really good chance to be able to, you know, pick my brain and just say, right, you know, you're not quite getting something, or anything that you need help with, we'll be doing on that call. So I'll tackle your questions, provide you guidance to help you keep moving. And obviously, if you can't make it live, then what you can do is we'll have a way that you can submit your questions ahead of time. And obviously, I can then answer them on those calls, and then you can obviously watch them on the replay. So just to recap, so you've got your ultimate market research blueprint, craft your own list building irresistible offer, build your 24/7 sales funnel, craft your follow-up series that nurtures and sells, the Facebook ads made simple training, and those additional bonuses. And that has a total value of £6,926. Now, some people I know are like, yep, I'm in, I want to go. So I really want to reward those people who are fast action takers. So for the first 5 people who sign up for this program, I'm giving you a personal one-to-one coaching call with me, which has a value of £350. this is what I charge for just a kind of one, a call with me. So I'm giving that to you. So obviously this, we can just kind of flush out your business. We can talk about whatever you want to do with your business, and I will help you with whatever you need help with. So that's only for the first 5 people, and spots are going fast. So there might not be any of these left by the time, you know, if you're watching the recording of this, they might all be go. So make sure you take action first. I will obviously let you know if you've been included or if you've missed out. So, but just get in there, get these, you know, because having this one-on-one call will really, really help you. And then also for the first 15 people, I'm giving you my 30-day funnel launch checklist. So I know if you, I love ticking things off a list. You know, if you're a list kind of person, you just want to know what things to do in what step. In a very simple written formula, I've got this checklist that you can tick off as you go. So I'm giving that only for the first 15 people as a bonus. So again, if you are eligible for that, I will be emailing that to you separately, okay? So again, just to recap, so we have our 5 core curriculum modules that we will be doing. So if things need to be added, we can add it if we need to. We've got the additional bonuses and then the fast mover bonuses. You're getting all of my templates. You're going to get, you know, things that I have spent hours and hours and paid lots of money trying out, and you're getting for an absolute bargain. And even this comes with total value of £7,373. So do you believe, though, that with all of that training, with everything that I'm going to be covering in this program to get the personal help from me, do you think that you'll be able to get your own selling machine up and running, create your own lead and sales generating funnel up and running? Because I know that you can. And so I just want you to think about whether you think you can, because I believe in you and I need you to believe in yourself too. So get started now. It's just £497 today. There is a payment plan available. This is just a special webinar price. However, if you miss out on this deal, then the price will be going up by £200 very, very soon. This price is only valid for a few days. And otherwise you'll miss out, and then you will have to pay the full price at the moment, which is £697. And I do intend to put this up again once obviously I've got that first round of people, and I know that this really, really is cool. So make sure you go to that link, jennystevenscoaching.com/ASM-special, or there might well be a button or a link or something below this video, around this video, you can click and then go through the process to get started. So now basically you have 2 choices, okay? The first option is that you do nothing and not take a leap of faith. You know, this is 100% risk-free. The second option is that you cough up this small investment today compared to all of the value that you're getting in return, and just give it a shot. If it works, great, you are on your way. But if not, then just ask for your money back and you'll get it, which I hope you don't. And I say, I fully believe in you that you can get this running, and you have got that risk-free, that money back guarantee. So you really have nothing to lose, okay? So I'm doing one final bonus for everybody. So if you pay in full today, this is only for the pay in full, for the $497 today, not the payment plan. I'm giving you an additional personal bonus just to say thank you. And so I'm giving you an additional personal coaching call with me. So obviously, if you happen to be in that first 5, you're getting one personal coaching call with me. If you then pay in full as well, that means you'll get 2 calls with me. So again, here's just a recap. We've got the 5 core modules of the curriculum. We've got the additional bonuses I've talked about. We've got the fast mover bonuses. And I've also added in that pay in full bonus. So the total value, this is everything, there's nothing more that I'm going to share with you, is £7,723. And so here's just what a few other of my friends and people that I've helped had to say. So I helped Joy. I had some one-on-one coaching with her, but this was, I think before we might have started our coaching, just, you know, thanking me for the help. I really helped her out with her Facebook ad. And after that, she actually decided she wanted some one-on-one help with me. So we worked together for a while. Kelly, you know, really helped her with understanding the ad. So she said, you know, I've been struggling with relevancy scores, which, you know, might not mean anything to you right now, but after following your advice, that's now up after less than 24 hours. So, you know, just understanding the metrics and everything, that's when you can then make a few little tweaks and it can drastically change your results. And my good friend Gloria, you know, she's given me a lovely recommendation down there as well. So before we get to the Q&A, I just want to say thank you so much and how much I appreciate you. You know, I know that your time is precious and I really don't take it lightly that you've committed your time and you've spent your time with me. So now that you've been through this training with me, you now know how powerful Facebook ads can be and how effective having a simple funnel that you're running using this method can really change your business, to give you a way to have your perfect customers reaching out to you so that you can get more qualified leads and customers. And obviously, you know that this is ridiculous value to complete your own funnel with my help, with this massive discount, with all these bonuses. And obviously, you know that you are covered by my 30-day money-back guarantee. Then do enroll now. Let's get started together on your automated follow-up system. Let's do it together. I know you've got it. And so I just really looking forward to getting started with you. And we'll get this up and running for you. And I just cannot wait to be able to see how this changes things for you. So if you do have any questions there, then do feel free to let me know. There should be some kind of space below this video that you can ask any questions. So pop them in there, or obviously if you don't feel comfortable putting them there, then feel free to, you can send me an email, or you can contact me on my Facebook business page. You can ask me any questions, but you know, pop them below. I'll be monitoring the questions all the time. So, you know, if there's anything you're not sure of, whether it's about the Facebook ad training that obviously I've gone through or about the program, just reach out. And then, you know, if we need to, we can hop on a call, whatever you want to do. So I just want to make sure that you're leaving today feeling confident that you can create your simple ad. So thank you so much for spending your time with me. And I really, really look forward to getting started with you. Make sure you click on the button below and get started now, and let's work together in the automated selling machine. But thanks so much. Take care. Have an awesome day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.